I read comic books and I was the hero of the comic book. I saw movies and I was the hero in the movie. So every dream that I ever dreamed has come true 100 times.
Just the king of rock and roll, king of rock and roll.
Baby, baby, baby. Baby, baby, baby.
Oh my God, oh my God.
Yeah, baby.
The best 2 hours of Elvis.
Blue Suede Connection. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And we're doing the country music of Elvis Presley today. We only do Elvis Presley music on this show, don't we?
That's right.
That's all we do.
About.
We love the ETAs. We love all those tribute songs to Elvis and this and that. But on Blue Suede Connection, it's about one man only.
Right.
That was been one of our deals from the beginning, and it ain't never going to change. I don't think our listeners want it to change.
No, nobody wants that.
Now, we do talk about other artists, and we're going to do that right now because Billboard.com put out what they say are the 10 greatest country artists of all time. Mm-hmm. Now, you and I have our little problems with Billboard here and there, and I do feel like they missed some great people on this list, but the list itself, I think I can take.
Okay.
And I want to get your opinion on it. Mm-hmm. We'll start at number 10, Garth Brooks. Mm-hmm. Number 9, Loretta Lynn.
Yeah.
Number 8, George Strait. Mm-hmm. Number 7, Waylon Jennings. Number 6, the Possum, George Jones.
Yeah, I love him.
Number 5, Dolly. Number 4, Hank Williams. Number 3, Willie Nelson.
All right.
Number 2, the Man in Black, Johnny Cash.
Love him.
And number 1, they gave to Merle Haggard. Now, I think that's a pretty good list. They're all great legends, but I think they missed a lot of people. But then again, when you can only do 10, you got to narrow it down.
Yeah, yeah.
So I'll take that. Will you give that a plus?
Yeah, it's not bad.
All right. But this lady wasn't on the list because she's kind of new. She's a big American Idol star, but she became a huge country music star, and to this day still is. She's one of those people that the newcomers look up to. We're talking Carrie Underwood, but you know one of the guys who influenced her is, right?
Elvis Presley.
And there you go. Let's let her tell you about it.
Everybody's music has been affected by Elvis, even if, again, you have no clue how. He was just such a pillar in all genres and was one of those artists that kind of transcended genres.
Any genre of music, you have to understand it, you have to feel it. Mm-hmm. And clearly Elvis loved country music, and it comes out in every country song that he sang. In fact, in a little while, you're going to actually be sharing why country music loves him in return.
Right.
But that's coming up in a little bit. You got to stay tuned for that one. Mm-hmm. But he touched a lot of people through the years, and many country artists say great things about him. You're hearing a lot of them on the show today. I'm going to read you a couple, though.
Okay.
Faith Hill said this: "When I saw Elvis on television, I just fell in love with him completely.
Aww.
As a singer, I want to be able to relate to an audience the way Elvis does. Mm-hmm. Of course, nobody can. He was the best there ever was."
Oh, so true.
She said that. Shania Twain said, "Elvis, one word, wow." And one last one. Who can we go with? Oh, we had Merle Haggard. They said he was the greatest country singer of all time. Mm-hmm. Well, here's what he said: "Elvis touched the life of every ear that heard him. Mm-hmm. You couldn't help but listen when Elvis Presley sang."
Nice.
There you go. Good stuff right there. It's all about the country music of Elvis Presley today here on Blue Suede Connection. And we've talked about Elvis's love for music in general, but he really, really, truly did love country music.
Yeah.
But country music in return loves Elvis Presley. And you're going to talk a little bit about that for us.
That's right. So we went to wideopencountry.com and they had the list of why country music loves Elvis.
All right. This should be good.
Mm-hmm. So, although country music fans crown different kings in their genre than Elvis Presley, they remain content to bow to the rock and roller Elvis Presley since his Sun Record days. So they've been backing him from the very beginning. Throughout his well-documented career, Presley's undeniable Southern charm and meager beginnings marked one of the most iconic public reasons he's admired in the music industry. Once his fame and million-selling hits became transcending rock itself, nods to his Southern roots and country and gospel heroes remained intact, and this attracted fans from country to him because he would give accolades to the past.
Sure.
The past country heroes. Presley's rural background story isn't just enough, however. His sustained appeal for country music audiences are rooted in the country-loving Elvis fans that grew up in the country itself. So basically, everybody that lives in the rural areas of the country, they love him too, just like they love country music.
Right.
He kind of just appeals to everybody.
He does. It makes sense.
Yeah. Elvis's mix of country covers made him a crossover star before the term was even coined, crossover.
Right. You heard Carrie Underwood mention that earlier.
Right. So he was, he fits everything that country stands for, to be honest. Most people that are country stars.
He does, yes.
Yeah.
And the thing is, too, we talk about this all the time. Rock stars got something from Elvis, too. I mean, an Elvis country song isn't just a country song. As we just kind of talked about, it kind of transcends into everything a little bit.
Right. Like if you listen to Ronnie Millsap do Any Day Now and Elvis do Any Day Now,
Yeah.
there's a different feel. Like Ronnie's does feel a little bit more country
Right.
than maybe Elvis's does. Elvis's could fit in a couple different categories.
Exactly.
He just had that way.
Well, since we talked about all that, Elvis was asked, did he consider himself a country singer? And here's his reply.
Do you consider yourself basically a country music singer?
I would hate to say strictly country because of the fact that I liked all different types of music when I was a child. Of course, the Grand Ole Opry was the first thing I ever heard, probably. But I liked blues and I liked the gospel music, gospel quartets and all that.
Chris Christopherson said Elvis was a force of nature. One of the biggest highlights of my life was having him cut some of my records. Ronnie Millsap, who we did Any Day Now a little while ago and talked about him, he said he gave me complete artistic freedom in those studio sessions when I worked with him. The only suggestion I got from him was, I want thunder on that piano. There you go. All right, another fellow we've talked about here and there who was a good friend to Elvis, and he was a studio session guy back in the early days, and he recorded a lot of the songs on the soundtracks for Elvis demos. So when Elvis got in there, this is what the song's going to be like, and he would hear Glenn Campbell. But anyway, they met, and Glenn had some things to say.
He was like the John Wayne, It was like John Wayne walked into a room, about you just knew he was in the room. It was amazing. Johnny Cash had that kind of charisma, but Elvis's was something very, very special. He was, I guess it was just his honesty, his aura, the look that he had. He looked like a Valentino from the country, more or less.
We're going to talk about Rolling Stone once again. We've used them a lot today. They gave, I'm just going to put you on the spot. I know you hate when I do this, but if you were to
So
pick...
let's do it.
No, yeah, well, let's do it. If you were to pick the top 3 greatest country singers of all time...
Oh, my gosh.
Who would you pick?
Male or female? Or
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
I would say George Jones, Tammy Wynette, Loretta Lynn.
Okay, unless you went for the girl power there. You gave one guy. That's okay. And when I was thinking about it, I would probably think Hank Williams.
I was going to say, yeah, I would have picked him too.
Let me see here. I guess I would say George Jones.
Yeah, that's what I said.
The possum. He the epitome of country music. Well, here's their picks. And now I think number 3 should have been number 1. They picked Hank Williams.
Okay.
And then,
understandable.
Yeah. And then number 2, they picked Patsy Cline.
Oh, yeah.
Crazy.
I don't know why I always forget about
you can't
Patsy.
forget her. And they gave Johnny Cash the number 1 spot.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
And they gave a song for each one of them. Hank, they said his song is "I'm So Lonesome I Could Cry."
Yeah.
Patsy, "Crazy," and Johnny, "I Walk the Line." That they wrote those along with it.
For some reason, Johnny's another one of those artists that really crosses a lot of genres.
Yeah.
So I have a hard time pinning him in one spot.
And he got done dirty there in the country music world at one point. That's why you always see the pictures of him in the middle finger. That's what he was telling his old record company.
Yeah.
But then he was revived kind of again there right before he passed away.
Yeah, he was recording right up to his death practically.
Yeah, he had "Hurt," I think, and he "Run On," and all those different songs he put on that album.
Yeah.
Yeah, great artist. Of course, legends never die, do they, baby?
No, they don't.
Well, here's another guy. He's a legend. He's still alive with us, and he knew Elvis well, and Elvis recorded one of his songs.
He asked me when I met him in '65. He said, "How do you sing like that? Where do you get it from?" I said, "Well, listening to people like you."
Right, because he was your idol, and then you got to come out to Hollywood and meet him for the first time.
Yeah.
What was that moment like when you're meeting your idol for the first time, Elvis Presley?
Well, it was in '65, the first year that I was in the business, and so we had to come out to Los Angeles, and they said, "Elvis," I went to Paramount Studios to talk about a song for a film, and they said, "Elvis Presley is here today, and he'd like to say hello."
Wow.
So, I mean, oh my God, it was only a few months I'd been in the business. Yeah. So anyway, I went onto this set, and he was in a mock helicopter.
A fake helicopter.
Fake helicopter. So we got out of there, and he was walking towards me, and I had a song out at the time called "With These Hands." It was the 3rd single. And he was singing "With These Hands." He was walking towards me going, "With these hands," and like, like this.
But if you know an Elvis person and you've never gotten them an Elvis gift, well, you've got some ideas for them, right?
All right, so I'm going to give you the 10 ridiculously perfect gifts for people who love Elvis.
Okay.
But wait, you're going to tell me whether or not any of these would be for you.
Okay.
So you're going to say yes or no.
So you put me on the spot this time.
That's right.
All right.
That's right.
Lay it
so
on me.
number 10, Elvis Gel Pen 2-pack.
I'd like that.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'd like an Elvis pin.
Elvis earbuds.
I guess I would appreciate those.
Elvis dog costume.
No, I don't think. No, Brinkley might be a little upset if we stuck all that on him. But I don't.
Yeah, I don't think he'd like that. Elvis 3-piece bedding set for the bed.
No, Elvis does not go to bed with me. I'm sorry. I draw the line there.
I knew you were going to say that. Elvis Zippo lighter.
I don't smoke. I wouldn't really need one, but that'd be cool to have. Just flash it at everybody. Look at Elvis.
Elvis cups and coasters.
They'd be cool to have at parties.
We have lots of cups already,
Yeah.
but yeah, might as well add to it. Elvis jumpsuit comfy throw blanket.
You probably appreciate that.
I'd be
You're the
okay.
comfy throw
I'd be
blanket
okay
kind of
with
person.
that.
Yeah.
Sleeping with that on the couch, I'd be good with that. I can't wait to hear what you say about this. Elvis bobblehead doll.
No. And say with Mr. Potato Head Elvis.
No. Elvis iPhone case for your phone.
No, that I can handle. Yeah.
Okay. The number one gift is Elvis eyeglass case and a lens wipe.
That'd be cool. They're cool gifts.
And they're only like $7 or $8, so I'd go with that.
Yeah, there you go. Elvis gift ideas. There you go, folks. Christmas is just around the corner, right?
It's always just around the corner.
Country legend Blake Shelton. Here he is.
Elvis is one of the reasons that country music got to be so cool, because he was a country guy, he was a rock guy, he was an R&B, he was a little bit of everything, and that's why everybody loved him.
Hey TL, I think Elvis fans are starting to catch on to Blue Suede Connection.
What's not to love, Daniel? 2 hours of great Elvis music, lots of fun. It's our own private party.
And we want everybody to be part of the party. Hear all the hits, rare cuts, and lots of surprises too.
We are your Blue Suede Connection.
Thanks for watching.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.
And hit that notification bell.
We are your Blue Suede Connection.